This webinar is for licensed professionals only, so you could actually practice this method if you would choose to. And if you're not professional, then it's going to be a waste of your time to be here. So whoever is not professional, please just leave the meeting and that's it, because you're not going to get any benefits from it. So this also meeting is about explaining my method, how it works, how it was born, what does it provide to you, what does it provide to your client, and how we are learning this method so you could apply it on your own clients and get your own benefits. So before I start, anybody has any questions? No questions. Amber has no questions. Latoya, Lorena? Nobody has
questions.
No questions.
No.
Okay.
No questions.
Look, we're probably going to have questions as we're going to go on. So please feel free to ask me, and I'm happy to answer to everybody. Because I cannot see myself, I want to make sure you all see me, right? Yeah, right. Okay. So here we're talking about Helena Pahavan manual facelift method. What is it? It's a facial. What do we do during this facial? We literally learn to bring people's faces up, to restore youthful appearance on people's faces. There is a very clear method on how to do it, and we're going to go today throughout this method, how it's done. And there is also a method how, after learning of doing this great facial, to show yourself to the public. And I'm so sorry, I'm not gonna do that. You know what, ladies, can I ask you for a huge favor? And I will call my husband here. I do it often for him to help me out with this very quickly. Terribly sorry, but I'm a little bit confused with technology. I always do that.
It's okay.
Here's in the other room.
But that was the other reason why we had to change out the
Looks a little different to me. Usually I see everybody and I see your faces and stuff, but this meeting looks very different to me. So baby, did you change anything in here? Because usually I see everybody, including myself, and right now it doesn't work. If you could help me, I would really appreciate it.
Okay.
If you see him, this is my husband. Say
Hello. How are you guys? Okay, so,
This is my technical manager and help in every possible way.
yeah. Okay,
So do you know how we usually have them? And you can like see all the participants and stuff. This thing is, today is very different. Okay, hallelujah. Thank you.
okay.
Okay, now I see. Okay.
Oh, hold on. One,
Sorry, ladies. Okay.
I have actually my friend Caitlin, I think she was the one with iPhone. She can have her sound on, but she was just getting dressed, so her video cannot be on. But I think she's in your waiting room.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, guys. I'm very independent, you see. I'm to technology. And then I'm on the call, I'm like, Nina, come here, don't leave the house, because I know I'm gonna screw it up. But okay, so in this method, we will learn exactly how to leave the face, how to solidify results for the clients, and most importantly, how to show up to the world and show what you can do. So the method is ancient. You know, people say that the buccal massage is a new thing. It's not a new thing. My grandmother did it. I was born in 1973 to the family of esthetician, and she already for 20, 30 years was doing this method. So clearly, method is not brand new. But somehow it wasn't popular in 80s and 90s. Machines came to the picture, and you know, the new technology, and everybody wanted to do something new, and that method was swept away until now, and now it has its second birth. Why this method is, in my opinion, extraordinary? Because it's extremely logical, the way the human body ages and how we restore it, and we're going to go through it. And because this method you can perform with your bare hands and a little bit of oil. You don't rely on machine. You don't rely on the products, because products could be disconnected. And products also very unreliable, and I will tell you why. Because my brother-in-law, my husband's brother, he works with artificial intelligence. And the new thing is in artificial intelligence is what's going to happen in the skincare. People are going to send, 23andMe right now, you can send saliva and they're going to give you your background, your ethnic background. So they're working on sending saliva, particle of the skin, literally like exfoliate little part of the skin, little bit of nail, a little bit of hair, and they're going to custom make all the products for your specific type of skin. And as you age, you can change it because what your skin needs in 40s and 50s are two completely different needs. And they're going to custom make everything for you. So the skincare became very questionable. Facials became extremely questionable. Why? Because artificial intelligence will fix people's skin. But the aging and well-being is not only about skin. It's about muscles underneath the skin. Right? The aging by droopiness is coming. So you can have pretty flawless skin. I have actually very good skin. I take good care of it. But 50, those things, they need facials. They need us going inside and taking out pores, contractions, and fibrosis. And we're going to go over what it means and what it does to us and how we are aging. And connect human to human, also that human connection, that focus of energy from me to you, that artificial intelligence will never be able to reproduce. It takes a human being to do it. And this is when we come into the picture. So yes, good skincare regimen can replace me as a esthetician as far as skincare goes, but no regimen is going to replace me as a human being who knows what to do to you, to take out the years of stress, fibrosis, what you're thinking right now, cleansing of your teeth because you cannot sleep, you're in so much stress, you're in a locked position. In the morning, your temporales are contracted, you're in pain. This is where we come into the picture. So how I have structured this facial, we're beginning with lymphatic drainage technique. Why? What is lymph? Can I go very quickly through the lymph? Lymphatic system is the sewer of our body. It collects all the dirty liquids, puts it through the depots, that liquid gets cleansed in and pushes it down. The dirty liquid goes into intercellular liquid and it's reduced with our kidneys. We urinate it out with the breath. That's why breathing is very important. And through the sweating when you're exercising. And the rest of the clean fluid goes to support the blood flow, goes to the other system, to our vascular system. Lymphatic system, unlike vascular system, doesn't have heart to pump it. So it works on our motion, it's mechanical, and through our breath. And also, we can manipulate each other's bodies to make lymphatic flow go. That's why I always start with lymphatic drainage breathing massage. It does has counterindications though, and we talk about it in a course about all the counterindication. We can still leave person face, even if you cannot give her lymphatic drainage breathing technique, but it's going to be a little bit harder on us. Lymphatic drainage breathing, 1, 2, 3, 4, together, connects you to the client and pushes the fluids down. Now the depots are clean, and we're explaining her how to help us and why we are doing it. And now the toxic fluid is clean. The second thing we're going after are fibrosis. What is fibrosis? Fibrosis is actually a collagen and other intercellular particles or matter that come together with age and develop substance that works like a glue. So serious indents on me, it's a very good way to show you. So here we have thyroid. I usually never touch this part. We should never touch thyroid just for health reasons, because we are not health professionals, we are estheticians. We don't want to cross the barrier because that's not safe for us. But the most of fibrosis are in here because we cannot really work on that part. On yourself carefully you can, but those little stagnations are fibrosis. They glue the tissues to each other. And once your tissues are glued, ladies, there is no blood flow and there is no oxygen flow. And guess what happens? Tissues collapse. So what do we do as a second part in this facial? We remove fibrosis. We literally unstagnate the tissue on our clients in a way that we push the blood flow in there. And what the blood flow is, it's a restorative process for our cells. Restoration happens as blood flow starts to hit the tissue. Right away, you see right in front of your eyes, you're looking at her, it's like a miracle. You do one side of the face, it's here, and the other one is still there, and then you do the other side. So I didn't bother, I don't want to bring you a lot of interconnected, like unnecessary material. So you can go to my Instagram and you see there is a lot of before and afters. And what I started to do lately, I started to do before and after videos. Why? Because on the pictures, you can put filters. You can put filters on the videos too, but it's very visible when the filter is there. So you see two videos that are exactly the same. You understand the client's face was lifted. So I highly recommend you to see this. And after fibrosis, what do? We go after ptosis. What is ptosis? When muscle, because of fibrosis and because of toxic lymphatic fluid, literally collapses, makes indent. This is a ptosis. When the fibrosis in here is no support or mobility, boom, it goes down. We go after ptosis and we bring it out. We go inside, and this is the most important and interesting thing happens when you go inside person's mouth. Do it on yourselves and do it on your clients as an experiment. You're going to go inside the person's mouth and just go through the chip, from here to here, through the chip. And you will see the tissues are going to be like this. Thin part, thicker part, thinner part, thicker part. What is this? This is a migration of subcutaneous fat tissues due to fibrosis. So once things got glued, we have a fibrosis in here. How we age from outside in down, and we also age from inside out. So the bone shrinks first. We lose the bone's density and bone width, right? This age. And our muscles and other soft tissues become like oversized sheets on the small mattress. That they literally fall. What do we need to do to restore it? We need to go to the places of fibrosis and places of stagnant muscle and put it back together. So we go in and we literally, after we unstagnated fibrosis, we go in with both hands and we pushing muscle, opening the fascia and opening the muscle back where it once belonged. And how do we finish it? We finish it with a tapament. We bring the blood into that place so it would support it and bound it. So it's very logical when you understand what you're doing. I do lymphatic first, then I go after fibrosis, then I go after stretching muscle, and then I do the blood flow into the place to support the lift. What else do we do? It's very important. We work on epicranial aponeurosis because first fibrotic stagnicity happens in there. And once this is stuck, it's impossible to bring things up. So we're preparing all the surrounding tissues before we actually touch client's face. We do the chest, we do the neck, we do the clavicle, we do epicranial. Why do we do it? So everything is unstagnant and ready to receive the lift. So once all the surrounding tissues are clean, it's easier for you to bring the face up. And the magic of this system is also we teach clients what to do at home to keep up the result. And after you know what to do with the client and you give her that lift, and the way you do it, this system is extremely female friendly. I don't do any of those. I place females against the client. Why do I need you to be this way? Because you don't have that. Because what happens, I've been in profession 30 years officially, but obviously being family estheticians, I did my thing. And what I realized, the wrists give up first. Because osteoporosis does comes to us after age of 45, 50, right? Depending on the health. And this can give you a lot of problems with your ligaments, with your tendons, with your bones. So I place people in a way that you do very little twist and turn. It's very easy on your ligaments to work with the client. It's very pleasurable to clients, and it's not abrasive on your body. Also, I bring you standing up and sitting down because being in this position for female, and if you work hard, it's going to give you a heart attack in 3 years. We can't afford not to breathe while we work. We become angry at our clients because we are exhausted. After 4 or 5 clients, you become exhausted and you cannot deliver. So if you are not comfortable during the facial, and I'm not being selfish here, understand me right. It's like an airplane, you put mask on yourself first. If you're not comfortable, if your body is not comfortable, if you don't feel good providing the service, you're not going to provide to the client the best service. And for that, you have to take care of yourself first. You position yourself correctly. The only one part of the facial that is a little bit strong on the client, on our hand, is working this epicranial aponeurosis. And that depends on, you tell to the client to do at home that thing for herself, to work on epicranial. It makes your job easier next time you see her. So basically, you teach her what to do at home. In a nutshell, I'm giving you. You know what to do with her to give her lift. So when she stands up, I'm lifted. You know what to do not to hurt yourself at all. And you know what to do to bring her back on your table, how you do it. I highly encourage it now. Not everybody does it, but I encourage it because I have built my business that way. I started in New Jersey with 0 clients. Right now, it's really difficult for me even to book people I really want to book because it's complete book month ahead. How did I do it? I developed a program and I'm teaching my students how to do it, and I'm sending them my program because it's more beneficial for them. That I send with the client. It's videos. And you don't have to be, you can do it like I'm doing right now, very relaxed in your own home. It's video exercises. She goes to her phone every day or every week to do those exercises. She sees you on there. You are constant, your face, your being, your energy is constantly following her. So is she gonna go and try facial with somebody else who has better price? Yes. Is she's gonna go and have facial who is more local to her? Also, yes. Is she's gonna go and try facial with somebody who is her friend is going? She's gonna, yes, just to try, because we women, we are experimental. We like to try. But is she's gonna come back to you and appreciate more after that? Yes. Why? Because nobody's gonna give her what you've given her. So every time she strays, it's your opportunity to convince her that you're better. Why you're better? Because you can lift face, because you're not exhausted and angry while you're doing your facelift. She feels your energy. We translate energy a lot. So this system is about focus on the client, not breaking your hands, but focus on the client and connection with the client. Because as we know, 80% of communication is nonverbal. And when you're touching a person, 95% of communication is tactile. She feels your energy. She knows if you're tired. She knows if you're exhausted. She knows if you don't want to see her on that bed and you want to go home. She knows all that. Now imagine if she comes to you and she feels welcomed. If she comes to you and she knows you're happy to see her. And if you're truly excited to see her, and she has you on her phone as a daily reminder, of course she's going to come back to you, right? So you give them something completely extra that nobody else bothers to do because you just care a little more. And that's pretty much in a nutshell what the system is to know how to lift face, is to know how to protect yourself, is to know how to bring them back on your table, and very, very important, know how to show up to the world. Because even if you're the best facialist in the world and you're sitting in your room, whether at home or in your cabinet, and nobody knows about you, you're not going to succeed. If you're not going to succeed in this business, if you're not going to feel progressive success, both emotional, physical, and financial, it's very important. You're gonna get bored. You're going to be like, okay, I'm doing the same. Oh, we have Kathleen. I'm so sorry. Can I please admit one person? I'm terribly sorry. I was excited and I forgot to look. Kathleen is here. She's getting back. Kathleen?
Hi.
Do you see us? Do you hear us?
Yes, I do.
Sorry, I didn't read you right away. I didn't see you. I was talking.
No worries.
So, as I told you, and we will go, I will answer every question. Even if you're the best facialist in the world and you're not showing up to the clients, nobody will know about you. You're going to get tired. You're going to get bored. You're going to get unsatisfied. You're going to be like, why am I doing this for? If you progressively have more clients and you progressively feel that you can lift faces, and if people are coming to you, and if you have a choices like who you want to work with and what are your hours and what are your days and how many people you want to take, not because you need to make your budget, but because this is how many people you feel you can serve properly, then it changes completely your experience of being a facialist. So far, is everything understood to everybody? Any questions so far? Very common question, how often do you do this facial? It depends on the needs of your client. The best way to do it is once a week for 6 to 8 weeks, depending how much help your client needs. And then you take about 6 months break. Within that break, they come to visit you once a month for maintenance. And then they go and do the process of a course again, 6 to 8 facials. Within that time, they see such dramatic difference that they will keep doing that. Pricing, we're going to talk about later. It's entirely up to you. I cannot tell you how to price, but I will give you pointers about that. So once a week for 6 to 8 weeks. Now, do I have clients who come once a month or come even once in 3 months because they live very far away or they're coming from California? Absolutely. And even one facial is going to make a dramatic difference on their faces. Always take pictures before and after. We're going to be talking about showing up to a client separately, but always take for your own records and never put filters on them because it doesn't help anybody. People see it. So people have these obvious filters on after, and you think you become like, are you challenging my intelligence? So I don't think it pays. I think what you see and what you get, most of the time I take them on my clients' phones because they know I cannot put filter on their phone. And because I know that I'm not gonna, expose it to the public if they, don't want to. So I only place things that I'm allowed to place. If client allows me to place it, I do. If no, you don't need to do it. And I always give them a little gift. But because I'm the first one to give them gifts, because I'm the one who gives them exercise regimen, because I'm the one who listens to them, and I might be the only person who listened to them really in past months or 2 months or 3 months, because people don't get attention. And when they come to my cabinet, they do get attention. My facial is running for 50 minutes. So original facial is 50 minutes. You can include deep cleaning in there. It's going to be after buccal massage. You can incorporate it in your own facial, which I always highly recommend because you is you, and you can learn techniques from me and you can learn pointers from me, and I will show you to the public. Like after my girls complete the course, what I do is I put their Instagram into my stories. So I send you clients all the time, and I send clients to you right now, and I send clients to the girls 2 years ago who took, or 3 years ago class. Sometimes they call me and they say, please don't do it anymore. We just cannot handle so many people. And then I stop and I don't mention them. And then they come back to me in 4 years and say, hey, you know what? I could use a little bit more boost to my clients' retention. I put them on Instagram page and they get their clients until they tell me to. That's it. And this is how we work. The way I also work, I grow my Instagram all the time. Right now I have 87,000 followers. By the end of the month, I'm hoping to bring it to 100,000, and I invest money in there. Why I'm doing it? Because those followers are real. I don't buy unreal people. What I do sponsored posts. What does it mean? And I actually highly recommend you to do it. It's $20 a day. It's worth it. I spend by far more, but for the beginning. When your sponsored post is there, all it means is the Instagram shows your post to people who are interested. If they are interested, they're going to click and follow you. If they're not interested, they're just going to scroll you away. But whoever you get through the sifting process is the people who are interested in what you have to offer and care about what you have to say. So buying followers is like empty calories. They're sitting there doing absolutely nothing for you. Buying meaning, people said you can buy 50,000 followers for $1,000 or something like that. It doesn't work. Instagram blocks you from showing to real people because they know that it's not a legal activity. And B, it's like empty calories. It sits there like an empty weight on you. It does nothing to you. You already have less followers, but followers who are going to become clients. And the way I do it, why I grow my Instagram so much, because my followers become your clients. Meaning, I'm terribly sorry, I have a person to admit. I'm so glad I saw her so quickly. Ramdeep. She will. So the students that I had, let's say 7 years ago, when I had, let's say 20,000 followers, and today when we have 87, of course the exposure is more today. But even those students get exposed today, so it's not a problem. What I'm saying is how I expose you to the people. Now, how I teach you. There are 3 ways. Number 1 way, I can go. I do it sometimes. I can't say it's my favorite, but I definitely do it when it's needed. I myself go to the people's salon if they have 4 or more estheticians. It's more like a corporate, salons. They hire me and I go there and I teach on their premises. It's $10,000 for 2 days, and it's a multiple people, and then I guide them. The second way to learn is to come to my place where I work and where I teach and get a physical class. It's a class for 2 days. It's $2,300, and 2 days we spend together. And obviously we form WhatsApp group, and you have support afterward also 100%. Estheticians are working on each other and also on me, because I want to feel the hand if you're there. The third way to learn is an online way. How does that work? It has facial has 4 parts, and I send each part separately every week. So you don't get all 4 parts right away. I find that to be disturbing and overloading. You get part 1, and then we have a WhatsApp group. And in that WhatsApp group, you send me little videos of you working on a client. If you don't have a client, you can work literally on a pillow. Also, you can buy on Amazon for $10 their faces from a silicone, and you can work on those. So after we finish week 1 and during, my girls who are participating in a course, they send me the hands. All I need to see is your hands and a face over whatever you work on. And I clear them part by part. I show them exactly where mistake is. She's not standing right. She didn't use enough product. She doesn't use enough pressure. So after we go through week 1, we have a Zoom call like we have right now, exactly like we have right now. And my girls who are already in a course, they're asking me questions about what the experience was, how the client felt. If they cannot make Zoom call, it's not a problem, because all the Zoom calls are recorded and sent, including this one. It's going to be recorded and sent to you, so you could release it and make sure if you're going to participate in course, you're going to make an investment, and you have to make sure that you feel entirely confident that investment going to bring you back double what you have invested. Otherwise, what's the point? So that's the exchange that you have to make decision on. So we see each other on a Zoom call, or they send me messages on the website. They say, hey, I'm not going to be able to make a Zoom call, but those are the questions, and I address them on a Zoom call. And then I send them week 2. Exactly same process. We are all on a WhatsApp call. They show me what to do. I correct them. Sometimes they're bashful because we have to go through correction 3 or 4 times of the same thing. They can message me on WhatsApp in a private, and because they don't feel comfortable asking for a 5th time the same question, they can private message me. I private answer them. Nobody knows that they had hard time learning. Or there is a group chat, and for 1 month, we live together, literally, we boil together. Course never closes. You receive the course, you receive the information, it's with you. I'm asking you not to share it with anybody, because it's not good for me if you do, but I'm not closing it. I'm not making it totally private. Why? Because people go through different things. People go, God forbid, through bad things, divorces, sicknesses, right? And they disconnect from what they got from me a year ago. And then she comes back, she regains her strength, she regains her energy, and she wants to do it again. And she said, oh, let me go and visit what we did before. So she has ability to revisit it. And I don't close WhatsApp group either, because she has ability to write to me and say, hey, I took a course 2 years ago. Of course, I check, because sometimes people write to me on Instagram, I took your course, and they never did, because I have all the people who did. And they say, oh, can you promote my page? Because I tell to Instagram that I promote people's pages. So people, oh, I don't know if you remember me, but I took your course 2 years ago. Could you please promote my page? And I check, and she's nowhere there. And I'm like, you never took my course. But I watched all your videos on Instagram and on YouTube. I said that's not good enough. Watching all my videos, I'm not going to promote you. So that happens too. People are weird. But if person took a course, I definitely go, I check, okay, that's it. We're starting again. So I supply constant support. So when people ask, how can you teach people online? If you guide every single step, and if you give information little by little, bit by bit, and then you got that information, people really learn online and they have great results. They can. I have people writing to me even during the training that the models wrote to them next day and said, oh my God, I feel like I had a Botox, or I had a facelift, or something like this. So information is given in little pieces and guided. And then Zoom call, solidify the learning, move on. Again, a little piece, guided, Zoom call, solidify, move on. And after we are done with the course, everybody gets certified and promoted on the Instagram page, because it's in my interest to send you people. And I always ask people, please put that you in your Instagram that, and right now also, ladies, Instagram is extremely powerful. I have built my very successful business on Instagram only because I always had skill. Always. I was born into the skillful family, and I always had skill. But I had a scarcity. And when I started to work in 1993 in this country, there was no Instagram. So we were very localized. We were captured in a capsule, and I depended on people that I didn't have money to open my own business. I was a new immigrant. There is no money to open. So you work for a person, and that person only gives you clients that come to her little local place, right? And then you have to follow protocol of this person, because each someone wants to follow, rightfully so. So you're captive. Instagram gave you air. Yes, I know some people don't like social media, but social media gives you opportunity. If you know what you're doing, and if you know how to lift faces, to show your knowledge to the world, and show your entity to the world, and your identity, people can read you through the screen. People know if you're sincere. People know if you know what you're doing, and they will come to you. And I have people who drive to me from 3-4 hours away. And I have people who fly to me, and I tell them, please don't fly to me. Don't fly to me. I have people in your area. Don't come to me from Atlanta, Georgia. I have people I trained in Atlanta, Georgia. I know how to. She's writing to me yesterday. I died. She said, I'm not convinced. You're not convinced. So people will come to you if you know what you're doing, if you show up, if you're transparent, and if you're at the face. That's why I'm telling you, dress up Instagram right now. Put on Instagram the process of your work, and also before and afters. And make sure, the biggest mistake I see my girls do, because one of our Zoom calls, it's about Instagram and how to bring clients, because you're taking this course to bring clients. You're not taking this course to just enjoy my company. You need to bring clients and make respectable living, because you use something that cannot be replaced by skincare, by other esthetician, by other method, and so on. In your Instagram bio, there has to be the fact that you're an esthetician, because I don't want to say exact word. I spoke to yesterday to one of my girls because she had a little bit of difficulty. And I said, what's the name of your Instagram? I'm changing the name, okay? That was the name. Let's say Eco Fresh. It was not her name, but I just don't want to reveal her name. I said, Eco Fresh what? She says, Eco Fresh. I said, Eco Fresh facials? No, just Eco Fresh. Well, how people know what you're doing? And how Instagram is going to recognize what you're doing. So sometimes you want to put pretty names like, Bird of Paradise, for example. but add facials next to it or manual facelift next to it, right? It's very important. People need to do what you're doing. That's important. Somebody sent me, and I know she's going to be watching this Zoom call, what insurance I use. I have very generic, simple insurance because this facial is, if I did chemical peels, I probably would buy something more high up. But I have working in this business for 30 years. I understand people are going to come after you, even if it's not your fault whatsoever. So I have secured myself by designing the kind of facial nobody can pick on me. So there is very little damage I can do during this facial, very, very little, because I'm asking them a huge protocol of questions before I start. So insurance that I use is very generic. I don't think I should recommend this to you. I don't know if it's the best insurance. I just know that I need some insurance, but it's never used. So I would not spend too much for that. I'd rather do the kind of facials that nobody can come after me, because I've seen people come after ridiculous things because they could. Some people like to sue people. That's what they do. I think they come to get a facial so they could pick on something to sue you. So I've secured myself, and I highly recommend for you to secure yourself too. Prices. You want to talk about prices? I'm a big believer in respectable earning for estheticians. I think that we do a very important job that nobody else can provide, because we work directly with people's faces. Face is the part of our body that stores the most emotional trauma. And in fact, you can see it on the face, right? When a person is sad, where do you see it? Face and posture. When a person is in pain, face and posture. And our fascia, and we talk about fascia actually in the course a lot, it's this little net that goes throughout our body everywhere. It covers the muscle, it covers the bone, it's under the skin. It has the ability to contract, right? Stagnicity, and it stores information. It remembers that pain to protect you next time, but it also gives you that pain on your face. As estheticians, we have ability to go in the person's face and literally take it out with our own hands. So for me personally, what we are doing is nothing less than magic and miracle. And I also always have Miss Nefertiti in here, as you see, because she was a queen of Egypt. We all know that about her, but she was also first esthetician. She was first professional esthetician in the world. She had 6 daughters, and she taught all of them how to be esthetician. She started professional skincare, and she was high priestess, as you know. So for me, that connection to that entity is very deep. I think that if you're not that person, if you're not connecting, if you don't know how to change somebody's energy, somebody comes to you in one mood and she leaves you as a different person. She's happier. Not only she looks younger, sometimes they come so sad and so broken, and they leave with a new air to live and new ability to restructure their life, or they come after divorce and they come out knowing that the next part is going to be better because you gave them facial, because you took with your hands out the pain and sorrow, and because you were connected to them, and most importantly, because for 1 hour they got your undivided attention. And that's why I believe in a good earnings for estheticians, because if you worry about your own financial state and how you're going to pay rent and how you're going to put your children in school, how you're going to go give her your undivided attention, you can take care of yourself. So one thing that we have to eliminate as estheticians is financial stagnicity and financial scarcity, and we have to take care of our physical bodies because we have to be healthy to take care of somebody else. So that's why pricings are vary. I personally price my facial $300 for 50 minutes and $350 for 75 minutes. But 50 minutes is what I work on them. I really make 75 minutes because I also talk to them and I pay attention to them. I make a point not to overwork 50 minutes, not because I'm greedy, but because of expectations. Some people, if you gave him, let's say she bought from you 50-minute facial, and you gave her 75 out of goodness of your heart. But the next time you have a client booked afterwards, or you have to go, and you gave her what she paid for 50 minutes, right away you become now, oh, the first time around she was so good to me because I was new client, but now that I came back to her, now she doesn't do it. And it will be impossible for you to explain, no, I'm the same person, but I don't have ability right now to overwork my time. So even though I see it all the time on Instagram, give them more time, they come for 1 hour, give 1 hour, don't. Because next time when you're not going to be able to do it, you're going to be a bad girl. You're going to be an evil person who allured them the first time around and now she will not. Give them what they paid for as far as time, but always elevate your attention to them, right? It's very, do you know what average attention span of a human being is? Actually good at 45 seconds. Anything over 45 seconds, you go into the different level of ability to think. It's your consciousness grows. So definitely exercise your attention, because they say that anybody who can concentrate for more than 45 minutes or something has ability to be creator of his own reality. You go on different level of consciousness. Attention is everything. And unfortunately, the bad part of social media, we lost attention. Nobody pays attention to us and we pay no attention to no one. But the interesting thing, and this is person talks who works with faces for 30 years consistently, because don't forget, I'm practicing esthetician. I'm not just a teacher and coach. I take my clients just like you do. The more attention you can apply on a client's face, the better result you're going to get. It's really not in this or what you do with this. It's your attention merging through your own body into her soft tissues, knowing exactly what you want to achieve through this facial. Always have clear picture what you want her to look like before you start. So I start with sitting them up. I never walk into the room and client lies down because she's spread it. Have you seen Golden Girls? Do you know the Golden Girls where she say you have to see guys like that? Because she's spread it, she's 15 years young already, right? Because doom, right? Sit her up. And as you ask her questions, don't tell her bad things. There is no reason. Map in your head what you need to fix and what you can fix today. What you need to pay attention to. Always look at her posture, because if she has a bad posture, I bet you she's going to have a double chin. And you can fix that too for her. But for that, she has to come back to you and she has to do your exercises. See how you build the network and the net that goes one after another. So it's not a one-time facial. This is me seeing her, you, and saying, I can do this, this, and this to you. If you're going to do this, this, and this to me, you have to do exercises. Exercise is going to be sent to you for free. I sell my exercises for $90 online if you're not my client. But if you are my client and you came to my table, I'm going to give you this exercise for free. There is one more detail, nuance to it. Women are not very good in sharing their estheticians. We are their secret weapon and they want to look better than other women. Women will share the doctors, women will share the money, but not the beauty weapon. But when woman obviously starts to look better and better and better, the girls start to dig, who did that? How did you reach it? She's going to crack at some point. So you want her to look so much better after you, so other ones would know too. Because for you, what we wish for clients is for them to look better after us, to feel better after us, and literally to change trajectory of their lives in some point. Because I have definitely had ladies coming to me after bankruptcy, after divorce, after sickness. Like the girlfriend gave her this gift because she lost her interest in herself. And she would walk out with a plan what she's going to do next to elevate her existence. And that's very powerful. It's huge. But what I wish for you is to have that kind of comfortable life, financially and physically, that you will be able to provide that for her. Because I remember when I did 8 facials a day because I needed money. Single mother, 2 kids, I need to pay rent by myself. I need to buy food by myself. I need to clothe kids by myself. That's what I did. 7 days a week, 8 clients a day. Yes. You have to. because I don't like to ask for favors. I never asked for child support, even though it was legal for me to get it from their father because we were divorced. I never asked for it. Yes, yes, no, no. I did everything myself. But as I told you, I was very constricted. I didn't have Instagram to say, hey, look what I can do, look what I can do. Now you have ability to show it to people through the Instagram, show them what you can do. They will come to you and then you can price yourself accordingly. I always believe in overgiving, in equality, but instead of bringing down my price, I never run specials or sales, nothing, never ever, because I don't believe in bringing down my price. I have to be compensated. It's important for me. I believe in elevating my skill, right? So every time you talk to the client and every time you have a client, not only you give her facial and facelift and exercise that she can take home and take care of herself, you also literally charge her with ability to go forward. And each time she comes to you, you give her the same energy. At some point, they come to you for your energy because they want that recharge. They know that you're going to pay attention to her. You know you're going to focus on her. She knows that you're going to make her feel better. She'll come back to you. So we have a very clear mathematical skill of steps of the facial that guarantees us results. That is supported by ability not to hurt yourself while you're doing it. Course never gets closed because anything can happen in life and you have to be able to come back. And you can do it on your own time. And that is if online. But if physical, you come for 2 days, you learn with me, then you leave and WhatsApp is there. So the support is constantly there for you to be, and you show up, you're showing up on my Instagram constantly. And as I told you, it's growing and I'm going to keep growing and growing and growing and growing because this is how I get clients on your back. So that's pretty much it, the whole philosophy. The whole philosophy is quite simple. I hope it was simple for you because I talk a lot. Is everything understood so far? Do you have any questions?
If we were to take the in-class, go to New Jersey and take the course with you, is there follow-up, like videos or things that we have to do to show you for certification, or is that okay?
Because I see you, you touch me.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Ladies, I know exactly what you're doing, right? I mean, can you come back to me with the video afterwards and say, hey, Helena, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, once my girl, always my girl. Like I don't people, I definitely support because you know why? Also, I'm not that angelic because it's going to be you who's going to come out and say that I use her method, and then you're going to have a lucrative Instagram and followers and clients who compliment you. Those are also my compliments. And this is how people find me and come to me for courses. See, your business is facials. Right now, my business are courses. You know why I do facials right now? Because I need to have more instances and more faces to solve. So my facial work is more like a lab. I do it to elevate my ability to do a better job. I don't really have to do facials, to be honest with you. But the only reason I don't, it's honest, I don't really have to do facials is because when you're doing good, other people see you doing good and they come to me to be my student. So we feed off each other. The better you do, the better I do. The better I do, the better you do. Because my Instagram is growing, and if your business is low, you write to me, hey, Elena, I took your class in 1917, and my business is not really as good as I want it to be. Could you please put me in the stories? I check you, you're there, boom, you're in stories. You are in stories within 24 hours. Oh, where are you located? Where are you located? It goes that way. I mean, while, look, anything can happen in life, and Instagram, God forbid, may be shut down tomorrow. But as long as that platform exists, it becomes quite easy to bring people on table. For me to bring people on your table, that's what it's. Any other questions?
Are you going to announce your March dates for New Jersey?
I don't know those yet.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why, because I'm renting this beautiful space from Elite Academy. I'm not the only, it's not my place. I'm not the only one who wants to rent that space. A lot of people want to rent that space. So I have to put myself where they will let me put myself. So it's, and they work on a monthly basis. So I cannot like rent 3 years ahead. I would, but that's not how they work. And it's the best place I could find in New Jersey. It's spacious and it's bright and it's absolutely beautiful. And I want to be there. So they told me almost they can guarantee me every month, but I'm gonna know like closer to the, a little closer to the March. I'll do my best to have it. Any other question? Where are you coming from?
I'm in Connecticut.
So you only have one night.
It's like 3 hours-ish, I think.
Online course is just as effective.
You think?
I just want to know, you to know, ladies, it's just as effective because it is, I will show you right now, it's extremely interactive. I don't know if you see it, but do you ladies see it? People send their work piece by piece. And I comment on each and every piece of it. Every piece takes the comments. See, those are my comments. The only thing about online, see, it's a student works, not mine. So we communicate the whole month. And every video you send me, this is also students' work, actually. It's quite amazing. And this is in training students' work.
Almost done.
So they're all students' works.
Regarding what?
The online course is less expensive and so you don't
I
get.
told you why.
I told him the same thing. Like he said, looking at his bank statement, it looks like everything went through.
Amber, we can hear you. Shut them. So, online course is powerful. It's powerful, and you do get certified. It's less expensive also, but not only as price because live course is 2,300 and online course is 1,700. But also you don't spend money on the gas and on you don't need model. By the way, when you come though physically, because we work on each other and on me, and lunch is provided. So you cared from every way possible. But online course, you keep the more information because you have the course. When you take a physical course, you don't have online course also with it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Online course, you keep all those things with you. As I told you, I don't close the course. So see what's more cost effective for you. Everybody learns differently. Some people need to be physically present, and I get that. But I did everything in my power to make online course extremely comprehensive and very connected to me. And I'm very focused on my girls the whole month. I make, even if they don't stand correctly, I can see, because now, you know, after a while, your eye becomes so trained. You say, okay, if she's gonna stand like this, she's gonna hurt her wrists. I put her that way. So we go in online course through everything from how high your table should be, what chair you're gonna have, how to assess the client. I would not be worried to take it because you have me backing you up. In any case, but if you're traveling, especially from far away, the cost, you know, gonna be less, right? If you do too much. Any other questions?
Sorry, sorry. May I ask how much is it for the online?
1,700.
And 23 for in person.
In person, 10,000 if I go to person's salon. 2,300 if you come in person for 2 days, and online for 1 month is 1,700. And I make more money when you come to me in person, I'll be honest. However, for you, see if it's necessary, because online course is extremely, extremely comprehensive. I have people from Australia and Canada and Great Britain and Norway and Germany. But I have to tell you one more thing before I let you go, and I will let you listen. Online course only works if you work, because on average, I have 25 people taking online course every month. On average, on WhatsApp platform, I have 15 out of them. So 10 don't even join. And on average, from 15 work with me and show me their work, 7. So some people join WhatsApp, some people don't even join. They just don't join. They spend all this money and they have me to like be like a hawk on top of them, making sure they learn, and they don't join. Some people join, but they're not active. And those people who bought the course are with me on WhatsApp and are in connection with me, and I'm not pressuring anybody. You don't have to do it in any particular time, and you don't have a time frame. I give you so much flexibility because I know we all work. But come back to me, ask me questions, show me what you have, because for that month I work for you. After that month I work for you too, but for that month I'm so concentrated on you because focus is everything for me. My business is focused on my task. And people don't do it very much, but it's those people who connected with me are successful. I have people who get clients during the course. They show me what they know, and I'm like, listen, I think you're ready. Let's just put you out there. Let's go accelerate it. And while they are still taking my course, they already get clients. So I have that too. So think money, think time, think the fact that you will have to 2 days not be where you are, and think that you can do online course at your own time frame. And everything is, and if anything is not understood, you always can come back to me and say, hey, I need to know this or that doesn't feel right, or it feels right, and so on and so forth. So it's very detailed. Any other
I
questions?
have a quick question. So I'm also from Connecticut, but I just moved here, but I don't have my license yet. Soon. Are you located near public transportation, the PATH train or anything like that? So just out there.
No, you're not. No, we are located on Route 17. So we have several hotels around that people use either cars or Ubers. There is no train station around. Salon is big and gorgeous. I mean, really top notch. But we, unfortunately, buses and trains, it's not a great destination for public transportation access. Unfortunately. Any other questions? No? Okay. Then I have answered everything. You understood how it works? You understood what goes where? Okay, great. Well, ladies, you know where to find me if you have any additional questions. Instagram, Helena Pahava, it's really easy. And yeah, if you're gonna have any more questions, please let me know. Otherwise, if you don't have any questions, I'm not gonna take any more of your time. Thank you so much for your time, for your attention, and we can connect on so many platforms. So basically email, Instagram, Messenger, and YouTube. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you so much. Oh, how much is the deposit
much. On what?
for the like the in-person class or versus the online?
So $500 deposit, and then the rest you pay on the second day of the class, either in morning or at night. And yeah, online, it's a you pay and you get access. So there's no deposit for online. It's a lump sum, and for in person, it's $500 deposit, and then you pay on the second day of the class the rest of it. And it can be made on Visa credit card, Visa debit card, Zelle, Venmo, cash, however you want. Except for deposit, you cannot do cash, right? But I have a business Zelle, business Venmo, the credit card and the debit card, and you can go on my website, and there is a link. We are changing the website. Website is going to be so beautiful, but it's not there yet. So we have like temporary website right now open, helenapahava.com, and you can purchase any course you want from there, from the temporary website. It's usually 20 to 25 people is cut off for online class, and I usually don't take more than 8 people on in-person class, because you have to be, it becomes a little bit messy. Right? No more questions? No, thank you so much for spending your time with me. Oh, ladies, this is gonna be recorded and sent to people. Is everybody okay with that? Yeah? Okay with that, Latoya?